Hello and welcome to Lit Bricks. My name is Mike and today we are going to be lighting up something special. Something I've been wanting to light up for a little while, but I had to wait for the parts to get here and I had to wait for a sale because, let's be honest, lights are expensive. So let's take a look. Bam! So this is the Bricklink Mountain Fortress. Very cool set. Very big castle. Black Falcons, which is actually the one next to it as well, this one here. So yeah, pretty cool set. It opens up like a book. There are a couple little modular things that do come off to give you access to other places. And yeah, I wanted to do this myself because obviously there's no light kit for it, and I enjoy doing this stuff myself anyway, so this is gonna be fun. So let's get it to the table, open her up, I'll show you what's inside, and we'll get started. Alright, so the Bricklink Mountain Fortress. I've been wanting to light this up for a while, so I waited for the sale, Light My Brick sale, Black Friday sale that just happened. It might actually still be going on, but it might not be by the time I actually edit and post this video, so I'm not sure. Either way, I bought a bunch of lights to light this thing, and I got inspired by another Light My Bricks light kit that was on the Viking Village to spotlight this with some moonlight. So I got lights for that. I got some micro lights. I got some flicker boards. I got some other stuff. But this set, I gotta say, while it was kind of a pain to build, it is highly detailed and very cool. If you can get your hands on one for a decent price, I can highly recommend it. This drawbridge goes up and down like with an actual crank. It's awesome. So does the front gate. It's cool. The front gate, you come through the front gate and then your horse comes up here and then you go through another gate and then you go inside the castle. I'll open it up and show you what's inside. It does open up. It is very cool inside. So let's see what I got for lights. All right, so this is what I bought specifically for this. I don't even know if I'll need all of it. I bought some 6-port expansion boards, 2-pack. I bought some spotlight kit elements, which are just Lego pieces that I actually might have here, but it's going to save me a lot of time trying to find these things, so I figured I'd just buy them. They were on sale, so whatever. I'm going to use these to spotlight with the moon. So I got 3 flicker boards. I don't think I'll need... I bought extra. I only think I need a couple for this one. I might only need one, actually. Some micro bit lights for the torches, because I found these are way easier to get into the torches than the big lights are. You don't have to add any extra pieces. I can actually string these through the torch pole itself, so that works out great. Some 4-port expansion boards for the micro lights. Large light blue bit lights. These are going to be for the moon spotlight. Should be anyway. That's why I bought them. Some orange strip lights. Just these are going to be, so I'm going to do what they did with the Lion Knight's castle. I'm going to make torches flicker, but I'm just going to put static orange lights inside to simulate fire, torch light. So we'll see how that goes. I may or may not make them all flicker. I don't think that I'm going to. We'll see, because I can if I want, but I don't know. And then I got some 15 centimeter connecting cables and some 30 centimeter connecting cables, which I may or may not need all of those too. I have some other cables and other things laying around here that I may or may not need as well. So we'll see when I actually figure out how I'm going to light this. And this is going to be a DIY set, so bear with me. I'm going to try to film everything, even though it's a tedious process of figuring out exactly what you want to put where. So we will figure it out though, and it ought to be fun. So let's open this up. I'll show you the inside, and we will start to figure out how we're going to light this, because you always start at the bottom. Well, yeah, always start at the bottom. Okay, here's the inside. There's a stable downstairs where you can get horses in and out through this cool gate. This gate is also, you can pull up and down with a little chain, which is awesome, I gotta say. There's a kitchen in here. There's some bedrooms upstairs. There's a cool little thing you can pull out to put people in the stairway if you want to. It's also covered up. There's a little jail down here with an actual way to escape, which is awesome. The kitchen's pretty detailed. It's hard to see in there though. I guess I could probably shine a light in there and show you if I really wanted to. I thought the front split apart too. I don't know. Either way. Cool stuff. There's a kitchen. There's a lady making furniture and stuff down here. Pretty cool. So yeah, let's figure out what we're going to light first and how we're going to do that, and then I will get back to you. Okay, so this is what I was talking about when you can put the micro lights. You can stick them straight through here. See it poking out there? And it is going to be bright enough when I put this torch on to light the torch. You just have to bend the light a little bit so it's facing up. But it makes the installation of this way clean. Now, my biggest problem is going to be fishing the wire through this. I can tell right now that this thing is so well built, and it's not modular, so I cannot pop off floors necessarily. I can't pull this apart, so I'm going to have to be very selective on how I run these wires, and I'm going to have to be very careful, because in order to run a wire through this or underneath this, I may or may not be able to separate the bricks enough to get the wire through with just by moving this up, but sometimes you can't do that, and pulling apart this building from here up to run this wire would be a real pain, but I might have to do it, so we'll see what's behind this, and I may or may not have to do some drastic disassembly in order to get these wires back in there. Alright, so I did manage to get them in this slot here on both sides. This wall right here is too solid for me to actually well, I did get it separated just enough to get this wire in here basically. So they're going to be running through here, and I'll find a way to put a board back inside there, because obviously you're not going to see the inside of this castle ever probably. So that'll work. I don't hate that. It doesn't look too bad. And a good thing with the micro lights, they have tiny wires, so, and I'm going to make this one a little bit tighter, I think. But yeah, not too bad. A lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I managed to pull this apart without breaking the whole set. Alright, so I've decided to light all the outside torches before I think about... I found a couple lights in here that I might light too, so we'll see. I mean, I feel like maybe the fireplace here should be lit up. If I can control this camera properly. So I might do that one. I might do this one in the window because you can see it. But either way, I got this one done, and the wire is actually underneath the guy's feet. And I lifted up this little brick here and ran it under the door, side of the door, so you can't really see it. I'm finding that this build is so solid that it's very hard to get anything apart. Like, just me lifting this up to fit this micro wire under here was not easy. And actually, I'm this wire just sitting here. I wish there was something else I could do about that, but it's not that bad. I don't think many people would notice that anyway. So what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to go around, light all of the... Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize it just came off like that. It just pops off. Interesting. Is that... Wait, is this a... Oh! That's right! Oh, okay, so... I'm going to fix this now, because I can put this wire underneath. Alright, so let's do that. Ha! I'll be right back. There we go. That's much better. I got it underneath this now, so the wire's just there. I don't have the guy standing on it anymore. I'm happy with that. That's much better. You can't see it under here either. Alright, cool. So hopefully I didn't pinch it and break it in the process, but we'll find out shortly. Alright, so we got lights in here now. And I did add one here as well. And I ran him underneath these studs and twisted it up with the other one here. I don't know if you can see that or not. Whoops, wrong button. Let me, there we go. Twisted them together. And they are underneath this board here, just like the other one was. And they are connected here. It barely made it. These two were a little bit more simpler. More simple. I think simpler is not a word, but either way. I got it running behind the table here and behind the wood. I actually wasn't going to do that because I thought, why am I going to bother? Because this castle is going to be closed, so you're never going to see the inside of this with these wires dangling everywhere. And the windows aren't big enough for you to actually see wires inside this building anyway. But I thought, no, I don't want to do that. I want to make it look somewhat halfway decent, so this is what we came up with. And this does come off like a modular. I'm remembering now there are parts of this castle that do come off, like this piece here, like I showed you earlier, and then this is the front piece. And I'm glad it did because it made this a heck of a lot easier. So I'm going to get these plugged into some boards. I have extra boards. I'm going to try to make these lights flicker at different intervals so they don't all flicker the same. And I'm still going to see about putting a couple lights maybe inside, but I'm not sure. I might only do this one because you can see it. I don't know yet. We'll see. Okay, so I have the outside lights run all to these flicker boards, or not flicker boards, these micro boards here. And I'm choosing to, so the flicker board has 3 out ports. All 3 of these flicker at different intervals. I don't want the same flickering on the torches that are next to each other. So I'm hooking them up to these 3 separate boards, and I'm hooking the ones up that aren't next to each other. So when I plug these all into this one board, they aren't going to be flickering at the same intervals next to each other. They should all be different and look realistic. So that's what I'm doing. But I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to run these wires. Like I said, I might just leave them kind of loose in here and close it up and call it a day, but I have to put some orange lights in here as well, some strip lights, and I'm not sure, I don't think I'm going to make those flicker. We'll see. I'm going to test these out first to make sure they work, and then we'll go on from there. But this is what it looks like so far. All the outside lights are done. I got to figure out something with this over here. But yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Alright, so I did put a light in the fireplace. It is connected to a flicker board. I forgot this top actually does come off like a modular. So I just ran the wire down, lifted this up, ran it underneath, and down to the rest of this mess. So I'm not going to lie, the inside of this place is going to be a mess, but only on one floor, hopefully. I still haven't added the strip lights yet. These are orange strip lights, and I still don't know if I'm going to make them all flicker or not. I mean, technically, they probably should, but we'll see, because I can use the other port on these micro boards to use like a 15 centimeter to hook up these, and then they will flicker as well, and I might do that. I'm going to try that. We'll see what that looks like. Okay, so I just ran a test on these orange strip lights. I got one there, one here, and one up here. And I hooked them all up in series and connected them to the micro board that is run to the flicker board, so everything is flickering. And it looks pretty cool, I gotta say. So I'm going to add a couple more lights over here. Maybe one up in here. Although I don't know, I might not need to. I'm definitely going to have to add one in here and in the top part. So I got to figure that out. But I don't know if I actually need... We'll see. I might just use what I have and make it as bright and flashy as possible. So yeah, we'll see. But I think I got it pretty well figured out. And it does all work, which is nice. So yeah, let's see what else we can get going here. So we got, I am going to leave these flickering, I think. They look pretty cool. But I'm working on this moonlight stuff. So I got one up top here. Got one on the side. I'm going to put one up in front here. I'm just trying to figure out where exactly to put these things. I got one orange light inside here. Problem is I have to connect that to the flicker boards. Excuse me. And I have to connect this just to regular power because I don't need the moonlight flickering. So yeah, that's where we're at. And we're getting close. So the moonlight, and then this one flicker in here I got to figure out, and then I think we're pretty much done. We'll see. We're getting close. This is going to look epic when it's finished. And I don't mind the whole thing's going to be flickering because it's medieval. It should be candle lit or torch lit. Alright, so this is going to look like a mess in here, but I think we're done. So we got all the boards in this one area, which I will tidy up before I close this thing. I checked it to make sure it worked. Everything does work, so that's awesome. I got a 50 centimeter connecting cable coming out to connect to the main power. We got some orange strip lights, and I think there's 5 of them running here now, and they all flicker. And now we got the moonlights going up here. I got one main moonlight in the front here. Everything seems to work just fine. I just tested it. So let me clean up this mess here a little bit, put these minifigures back in, close it up, and see what it looks like in the dark. So I used everything pretty much except for one 6-port board, maybe a couple 30 centimeter lights, and the 2 flicker boards. I used one flicker board on this, which I'm actually kind of proud of. You'll see. So let me button this up, hide everything. Well, not hide everything, but you know, move these wires out of the way so you don't see them from the outside. And we'll turn it on. Let's check it out. All right, now we're back. Dude, this is probably the coolest thing I've ever done. Yeah, the moonlights and the flickers, this is amazing. Holy crap. We got more flickering going on over here. Everything inside is flickering. Bedroom upstairs. Wow. This is this turned out way cooler than I thought it was going to, honestly. The moonlight, I knew it. I knew it would look cool. Yeah, this is epic. Wow, guys. This is cool. And I can make these, I should move these so you can't really see them. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll put another stud on them so you can't see the lights at all. But this looks amazing. Absolutely amazing. All right, so I got to put this with the rest of the stuff, but this is so cool. Wow. That's so cool. And look at that. And the moonlight is just perfect. So this actually is bright enough, it's probably going to light up some of the other stuff around it with the moonlight too. Wow. Alright, let's get it with everything else, because this is awesome. And see what it looks like with the rest of the stuff. Alright, there she is. Looking awesome. All moonlit up, just like the Viking village over here. That's where I got my inspiration, was from this guy over here. Wrong button. There we go, this guy. So I was right, it does light up the castle next to it. Wow. All right, so this is awesome. The moonlight stuff, that's a great idea. I got that from Light My Bricks. I know I DIY'd this myself using their components. Basically just a bunch of orange stuff, some flicker boards. I guess I had some white lights too. These are micro lights, by the way. They are bright. I highly recommend using micro lights in a lot of situations. But this looks amazing. Let me go around the other side. Oh yeah, that's cool. Wow. That looks great. I might need to turn it a little bit more to get a little better angle on it, but that does look great. Huh. That is amazing. Oh boy. All right. That's cool. So that was successful and that looks awesome. Maybe I should make all these lights flicker inside this Lion Knight's castle too. I got a board for it. I stole this idea as well, just using orange, but the orange strip lights and the flicker, oh, this is epic. This is epic. All right, so I don't know how I'm going to top that. That looks amazing. Wow. All right, so yeah, let's wrap this video up. That is super cool. That is awesome. Super awesome. I'm really digging the medieval area we have going on here. I mean, after lighting up Barad-dûr, which still looks amazing, by the way. All of it's, see, I did that flicker in there too for the lunchroom. Dinner table. Hilarious. Still, I need to change these. Don't like these at all. Shouldn't use white lights. I don't know why they did that. But this looks amazing. Wow. Wow, wow. All right, cool. Let's wrap this up. Well, folks, hope you enjoyed this episode of Lit Bricks. This thing looks awesome, I gotta say. Probably one of my favorite things I've ever lit up to this day. Although I do like Barad-dûr as well. I think I did a pretty good job with that. I'm starting to just prefer DIY stuff over kits, honestly. It's more fun. I mean, I'll continue to do kits and everything, but I think I prefer this way more. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like. That'd be great. Subscribe. I'd appreciate it. And until next time, folks, have a wonderful day.